A while ago I made a video about something that I like to call belief morphing, which is where you regularly change your beliefs and you also sometimes adopt beliefs that might even be false, simply for the fact that they may aid you in a certain situation. Now this has lots of value in the real world, but something that I failed to mention in that video is that it is very, very powerful for lucid dreaming. So that's what I want to talk about today. Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot, it's me Matt here, and today we're talking about belief morphing. So belief morphing basically means changing your beliefs on a regular basis, but it can also mean adopting beliefs that might not necessarily be backed by fact, that might not necessarily be true, simply because they may aid you in some way. Now with lucid dreaming, this is especially powerful. In the real world, I often take on beliefs that may aid me in some way. So I open my mind to lots of different possibilities that I might not normally consider if I was just going about it in the most skeptical way possible. Simply because having a more open-minded belief about something may make it more likely to work due to things like placebo and things like that. So I like to open my mind to these kinds of beliefs. But in lucid dreaming, actually using this, belief morphing, accepting these beliefs that might seem a bit strange, or changing your beliefs and so on, is a very, very powerful tool and one that gets very, very neglected by a lot of people. So let me give you an example of this in action. When I have a lucid dream, I know that the characters in that dream are figments of my imagination. I know that they're just characters, I know that they're not real people, living somewhere, they're just in my head. I know they're part of my subconscious, and I know that's all they are. So, when I have an interaction with the dream character, when I actually have a conversation with them, then it can often look a bit weird. I might say, hey, what's your name? And they might respond with, trees. Or I might ask them, where we are, and they might just stare at me blankly, like expressionless, like a robot. Because they don't really behave like humans, because I know that they're not actual humans, they're just figments of my imagination, if that makes sense. So because of this belief that I have about my dream characters, they behave very abnormally. And most of the time this doesn't bother me. I don't actually interact with dream characters that much, other than for the purpose of asking my subconscious through a dream character, in which case my belief is fine because I believe them to be parts of my subconscious, so I believe when I ask them a question for my subconscious, they'll give me an answer, and so that works. But occasionally I want to have a more normal interaction with a dream character. I want to ask them about themselves, I want to find out about the location that I'm in, or I just want to have a regular conversation. And doing that can be quite difficult when you believe that they're just part of your subconscious and that they're not really human, and that, talking to them can be a bit weird and they can, speak gibberish and so on. When you know that, then of course they're going to behave more that way. So what I like to do is when I actually want to have a proper conversation with dream characters, I will in my head believe to myself that, hey, these are actual characters, they might be in my brain, but they're actual living entities and I'm having a conversation with them. I will adopt that belief while I'm having the conversation, and suddenly something rather magical happens. They instantly change from being these robotic, non-human whatsoever entities that can't hold a 2-second conversation, never mind a 2-minute one, to actually having regular conversation with me as if I was speaking to a real person. Simply because my belief has changed, that means the actual dream changes and they start behaving differently. And you can use this for all sorts of things. So learning how to adopt new beliefs and change your existing beliefs on the go when you're in a lucid dream can be a very powerful tool and can allow you to actually change the effects of the dream around you. So consider this the next time that you're running into a problem, you're running into a barrier in a lucid dream, or you don't like the way the lucid dream is going, or you don't like the way the characters are behaving. When something is not going to your liking in a lucid dream, consider changing your beliefs regarding that thing. Now if you want to learn more about lucid dreaming, you should be sure to check out my Advanced Lucidity 14-part audio course where I teach you how to lucid dream. It's a very simple and easy to follow course, and it's basically designed in a way that you can't mess up. You just follow the steps one by one and you go through the course from start to finish. And by the end of the course you should be able to lucid dream. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link to it up there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe down there. Now if you want to support me on Patreon, then check out my Patreon page. And if you want to keep watching, I've got 2 videos. I've got one here, I've got one here. Go pick your favourite, go watch that, and I'll see you soon. Take care.